You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
I do miss our music. I do miss when we had the music at the very beginning.
You don't like all the corporate sponsors?
I like the corporate sponsors.
I'm just trying to figure out what Hakamai is.
Big shout out to Bing.com.
We're all
What is Huckabee, Phil?
We're all engineered by Huckabee.
It's Akamai Technologies.
Akamai, okay.
And
you totally got that wrong.
what they do is they are the world's largest content delivery network. Now, I know that does not mean anything to anyone, but what it does mean is that they deliver. So basically, all this stuff on the internet, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, I just
killed myself.
It has to go through somewhere, and it's going through Akamai. A third of that traffic is going through Akamai.
Well, thank you,
Can we
Akamai.
congratulate Maria Menounos?
This just in. We just found out what Akamai product is.
Wow, what a show do we have? We got a helicopter in here.
We got a helicopter. We got a nice set of legs over here.
Hold on. It was really quick. It was Maria's birthday.
It was.
Earlier this week.
Birthday
I'll be right back.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, all right, goodbye. I'm sorry. Are you afraid of the fact that I had
Happy birthday, women's champ. In the house.
It took 8 years.
The difference between a
8 years.
diva and a women's wrestling champion. Let's give it up.
Aw, thank y'all. I have to say to my two opponents.
We got it's big ups to
Choco.
you.
No.
You guys.
Yeah.
The God's greatest gift from racism.
This show just got that much better.
I'm a Choco.
Taco. Wait, is it safe to? I've never had one.
Neither have authentic Mexicans, but it's still
okay.
Authentic one.
This shows you how much of a Canadian I am. I've never even had what's
okay,
that? A
thank
Twinkie.
you.
I've never even had a Twinkie.
Come on.
No.
Happy birthday.
I get that a lot.
Twinkie?
I've never had a
Thank you for
Twinkie.
Can we
my
also congratulate
God.
Maria Menounos on being on Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Big.
Big.
Hey,
Breaking
AfterBuzz
news.
exclusive.
Well, it's not really exclusive
It is
anymore,
here.
is it?
Go. It is.
No?
It's the first time we're talking about it on this show.
All right.
It's
so
rumored.
exclusive.
It's rumored as of now.
I know. We're just thinking good things.
Oh,
Can we go?
come
Can we go around?
on.
Can we go around an intro while we set up Choco Taco?
Sure. Okay, well, we could go with Christopher Joseph.
Choco.
And food. Okay, great. What's your
I'm
Twitter
Christopher
name?
Joseph. You can get me on Twitter at Volcare Fashion. And for those who are watching that don't know yet, VolcareFashion.com is up. It's live.
Nice.
And I gotta say, I'm a little proud tonight. I'm sporting the new men's Lillian Garcia t-shirt.
Ooh, I like that.
Feeling like a star.
Nice.
Yeah, and Volcare Fashion endorses it.
Even I got Choco Tacos.
Got one.
Fantastic.
We don't want to
Taco
hear about your
virgin.
black prostitute experience.
Oh, dear. And we have Jensen Karp.
Hi, everybody. I'm a former WWE writer. I was there for about 7 months, then got addicted to Ambien, showed up at a Target on accident once, hid in the bathroom for most of my tenure there. And that's
This is
about
what
it.
happens when
This
you're
is
on the
it.
road.
And I love Choco Tacos because I find them to be the greatest gift that racism has ever given us. And they're really tasty, and a lot of people have never had them before, and I find that important to introduce.
Thank you. I'm now eating one.
Yep.
We have Preston Goldmez.
Hey guys, I'm over on the Canadian couch right now. Coming in live. You guys don't even know that we're really in here right now. We're actually coming in from a secret location in the Batcave. I'm a rapper. I'm addicted to wrestling, and yeah, one day I will be the people's champ.
The women's
are.
champ.
Wow.
You are the women's champ already, though.
If I take down 15 Choco Tacos, I don't know why. It just feels like I need to come in, like, need to know if I'm coming in with the...
That or sing like a virgin on the Truth or Dare tour.
And then we have Autumn Odell, right?
Adele.
Adele.
Like the
With
singer.
Yes.
with
Like
a...
the singer.
And can
anyways, nice pair of legs over here on the
I was
couch.
gonna say the Canadian couch is
I miss
pretty
Trusty
sexy
Sidekick,
tonight.
Can I
for the
pitch?
night.
Can I pitch her character on the show?
Yes, please. Thank
Okay.
you.
This is the pitch. The pitch is this.
It's all over me.
Get it! Come on!
Oh, I'm so sorry.
By the way,
on,
I
get-
feel like
get it.
I may have ruined his
still have
diet.
some stuff here.
I may have ruined your diet.
No, we are screwed right now.
gonna have
We've
one
been
bite
traveling
of this.
so much. We're completely screwed. We're
Good.
off the deep end.
Let me pitch her character.
in
Let me pitch her
sacks.
character. All of us have been watching wrestling
We're
for a
so-
really long time, right?
We're so trailer trash right now.
Mike's been wrestling. How long have you been wrestling, Mike?
10 years.
How long have you been wrestling, Maria?
8 years I've been involved in wrestling.
Chris, you've been in wrestling, the industry. You've known it for a while, but before that,
Vicariously through.
right?
Yes.
Vicariously. Vicariously.
Yay!
That's why.
Yay!
That's why I get big money. Preston, how long have you been watching wrestling?
Shit, too long.
Too long. I've been
2
watching since
decades.
I was about 7, and then I worked there for 7 months, then I stopped, and now I'm back into it. Autumn, how long has it been since you've watched wrestling?
You know, I think probably the last time was when I was 10,
10 years old.
beating
so,
up my little brother.
Yeah, like it.
so,
So that
over-
was only last year, right?
Right.
Right, exactly.
Okay. So if you like her,
About
she's
4 or
11.
5 years
I'm
ago.
11.
So you would say,
Well, let's make me legal. I mean,
right? You're 18.
Okay, you're 18.
So we've brought you in to be a fresh face, someone who might call us out on the idea that some things are ridiculous, or something that like you're different in a sense that like you're not as engulfed as we are.
like wearing underwear wrestling with men.
That would have
kind
been
of thing.
that
Yeah.
like you called out that
The
someone was.
G-string.
Yeah, we'll get into those. But
should be offended,
But
but
you
I'm not.
notice things that maybe some of us don't.
You look good in your
Sorry.
underwear, though. No homo.
Thank you.
All right, that's your character. Let's keep eating chocolate tacos.
It's
No, we're
delicious.
sorry. We're probably looking real crude right now, but this is so good.
I told you.
I've never had one
are
before.
I
I'm
haven't
like,
either. Cheers to that. Virgins for the Choco
Oh.
Taco.
Oh,
Disgracing Latin culture tastes amazing, right?
this is like
It's
catnip.
Where's yours?
I'm Choco Tacoed out.
Oh, come on.
That sounds dirty.
Come on, you need more.
I have the only last name Gomez on here. It would be against my. It would be against my people if
Yeah.
I
Your
ate the
people.
Choco Taco.
The Choco
Alright.
Taco is the Carlos Mencia of foods.
Exactly.
It's like not, you know,
this is
Carlos is not
actually
Mexican.
good.
He's actually German. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay, so they recapped John's promo
Mm-hmm.
from last week. Awesome promo. I was sorry that I wasn't here.
It was great.
Amazing.
It was really good.
Amazing. It actually makes you care about this WrestleMania coming up here again,
Yes.
and his match at WrestleMania.
Oh, he
Punk-
was mad. I mean, he was putting it down like only he knew how.
Last
yeah,
week.
last week.
Well,
Yeah, last week.
My argument was maybe last week was a little too late. But not. I agree. I've been proven wrong by this week, I think. Should have thought out the Choco Taco thing during the show better. Now we all are just
There was a lot of WTF tonight.
Yeah.
There was a lot of what the like. It was pretty action packed.
That's
I
a
had
good
fun.
thing.
It was.
It
I
was
think
great.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Attitude Era.
Yep.
I think that's
Yeah.
where they're
Thing
going
could
back
happen.
We
Yeah,
got a
they
little
need
bit
to.
back of that.
to. They
yeah.
are.
I almost think
Freedom
that
of
they bring
speech.
Rock in just to fire up Cena right now.
Well, we'll get to that obviously at the end. Autumn,
Yeah.
who did you recognize in the show?
Well, obviously The Rock.
Okay.
And
Did you know John Cena?
I do know the name, and he does look very familiar.
Okay, good to
So-
know. These are
Yeah.
things we're gonna
Okay.
check up on.
You know, and
Yeah.
I actually was thinking, all right, well, I would obviously go for The Rock, but after seeing that promo, I'm kind of going for Cena.
It's kind of a dick.
Oh,
He was so
Switched.
arrogant.
I
was
didn't
saying
like
it.
that.
See,
So
no,
I
and-
agreed with you.
And I don't mean to pull the
Well,
curtain too
well-
much, but I'll say this really quick, and but then we'll get into Raw. When I wrote at Pro Wrestling, I found this very important. So I found asking someone who either just watched a couple weeks or whatever, who doesn't live inside the bubble, asking them their opinion, because that's more important than asking people who are engulfed
Someone who's
in
not
it.
attached to it.
Exactly. And that kind of thing is so looked down upon in WWE.
It's like judging the character. Like,
Yes.
if you're going in for a role, you can't judge yourself. It's kind of that same way. When you're already in wrestling,
Exactly.
you can't judge.
You gotta
wrestling.
live
have
outside
no
the
idea.
bubble.
Yeah, I'm definitely not biased. You know, it's like.
I thought you were gonna say bye. I was gonna get really bad. Anyway,
Or
let's,
bye.
They got some,
Wow,
somebody
that
got
Canadian
That's
couch
another
gets all the action.
not the bad girls
Move your
up
booty
here.
over there.
I better. Why am I not over there?
let's get into Raw.
Because a certain someone might
So-
choke me
Dog.
out.
So, Punk and Daniel Bryan. And Chris
Champ
Jericho
versus
comes
champ.
out.
Yes.
Before they even, Punk comes out, then Chris Jericho interrupts, then Dan. Isn't it a little disrespectful to Daniel Bryan that
I'm gonna say no.
Comes out in the middle.
Well, no, I think the more embarrassing part is that Daniel Bryan
am I
came out
eating
with
this whole thing?
7 people.
Yeah.
He came out. Maria,
He
you
kinda
gotta
had
eat
an
the whole-
entourage.
You can't eat half of it.
If there was a zoom, they'd probably zoom in right on the money shot right there.
Oh, that just did that happen?
That belt doesn't earn itself.
Oh.
Even.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the
Do we
title. I'm
have
talking
another-
about Mike Bennett's personal belt.
It's actually mine.
Are you referring? Is this another Eve segment or?
This is.
Hoskies over broskies.
You guys, we are way ahead of ourselves.
Wow, aren't we ever?
We are way ahead of ourselves.
Pulling it back, pulling it back,
Jericho's
pulling
been in
it
the
back.
business
Jericho.
for 22 years.
Yeah.
He's been in there for a lifetime.
Yeah.
This was another God. Okay, he's very, very good at promos. I didn't necessarily get that into this promo. It was very redundant. It was long, weird transitions, like
That's what we were
strange.
saying. It was the same thing, kind of back and forth. Punk saying the same thing, Jericho saying the same thing.
It's the same thing that everyone. By the way, this reality era or whatever they're calling it is really the same. Everyone's saying the same thing. I paid my dues. I paid my dues. You didn't pay your dues. Who we can't figure out who actually paid dues at this point.
Well, let's just be real. Everybody paid dues. If
Exactly.
if you're in the business, like you've taken more than a couple dues.
I mean,
a couple
not
grabbing
listen.
the ankle.
Listen, I'll give you.
biting the nose.
I'll play devil's advocate and tell you the one group of wrestlers that never paid any dues.
Let's do it.
The Mean Street Posse.
Except for Joey Abs.
When he ended up bleeding, but that's later.
No, Joey Abs was
in
the
it.
guy
Right,
they brought
right.
up from
He was in it.
development.
Right. One guy.
He paid his
Right.
dues on the
Street
indies
Not
for a long
not the
time.
other guys.
The
Not
other two were legit Shane's
They were
friends.
Shane's. Yeah, Shane's friends.
See, I actually like this promo.
You
I
like
think they
Explain
were.
why.
I think they were redundant, but both of them actually believed in what they said,
Right.
and they just wanted to keep saying it, which gets redundant. But I think casual wrestling fans buy into it. As people who watch it all the time are like, okay, they said it. We get it.
Repetition
You
is the key to success.
exactly,
You
and then
gotta
you
repeat.
They're gonna.
Gucci Mane fan over there. Mike Jones fan.
Gucci.
Yeah, but I don't remember anything they said during it, other than I'm the best. No, you're the best. No, I'm the best. No,
I
I'm
agree.
the-
But that's the
Is
point of
this
the
Well,
match.
no.
Honey, you have yours on backwards. Can you
lost?
put
Is
your
this a
left on your
sparkly
right and your
jacket
right on your left, please?
That's all I
Thank
knew.
you.
What is it on?
All I noticed was his sparkly jacket. I'm thinking like diamonds are a guy's best friend. Like I don't really know. I didn't get it. All
Who
I
did
could,
you like?
Jericho
like
did
in the
say
show?
though.
I mean, I guess I was attracted to the sparkle. That's about it.
Like my cat? Like my
I
cat?
recognize him from
Something?
Dancing
No, I
with the
just heard about
Stars.
this.
I'm a
Jericho
fashion
did
major,
say
like, you
Jericho.
know, so.
Oh, we definitely.
Yeah,
need to
I
talk.
know we have lots in common. So.
Jericho did say all that stuff is smoke and mirrors. At the end of the day, it's about the talent and what he's done in the business for the business and where he's
It was
at
a running
right now.
theme
And
tonight, wasn't it? About
It
entertainer
was.
versus
Throughout-
wrestler.
yeah.
Because it was Cena is the wrestler, and then Rock is the
Hollywood,
entertainer.
yeah.
And then I almost feel like they've
Same
been
thing with
watching what the
Jericho
heck
and
he's been
Punk.
doing, because that's exactly what he's saying. There's a difference between a wrestler and
an
MMA
entertainer.
fighter, but there's a difference between an entertainer and a wrestler.
Or
And
a
like that's-
diva and a women's champion.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Wow, that was
With
intense.
authority.
And there's a difference between a carnivore and a vegan.
Is that why you're not eating your
I
Choco
know.
Choco?
I heard it has meat in it.
No, it has the dignity of the entire
Has
Mexican
nuts,
race in
it's
it.
still there.
No. Okay,
Yes.
let's go over.
So I feel like
So-
that was the big contradiction tonight. Was like the old school guys were talking about how they were like best overall entertainers, and then the newer guys were talking about like I'm the greatest wrestler of all time.
I feel like this
I feel-
whole WrestleMania is setting up to be the Attitude Era versus the new generation, where it's Triple H and Taker
Exactly.
ending
It's the
what it could be,
generations.
and then it's Punk and
Yes.
Jericho, and then it's Rock and Cena.
Yes.
Oh,
Who's
right.
better? Which generation is better? Who paid their dues better?
Okay, does the tattooed guy CM Punk is he a turn off to you?
Wait, so are we
'Cause
talking
I've
about
heard-
wrestling? Are we talking about wrestling or
Clear
track?
that
No,
up. What are we
I
talking
have
about?
heard that when Punk comes on air, women turn off the TV.
What?
Uh-huh.
Really?
I have heard this.
I mean, I don't know. I'm really interested in just seeing what's going on. I like all the sort of like.
Uh-huh.
But did you tune out more? I mean, like if we were in like
I just
a meeting.
didn't like the whole like. I just wasn't into the whole showy thing.
She's all no. I turned out immediately when I saw the wrestling come on.
No, I mean, I
Fell
guess I
asleep.
just want. I don't want to hear all the talk. I want to see what's going on.
Okay.
So for me,
Oh.
I will
See,
say
you
some of the
even want
promos go on a
wrestling.
little
Yeah.
too long. We've said that before. Some of the
Yeah.
promos go on a little bit longer than
Punk and Daniel Bryan match though.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was.
There was
Always good.
9 million people out there.
I could watch these two.
Always
All of a
good.
sudden, we noticed that Santino was out there.
Santino was out there, Teddy was out there, Sheamus came out,
Yeah.
and then we obviously had the guys from earlier, and then Laurinaitis.
Sheamus.
Yeah.
Sheamus came out.
At the very end.
At the
very
end.
end.
Laurinaitis,
Sorry, my bad, yeah.
and Laurinaitis and Otunga were out there. It was a schma. It was a crazy fest.
Did he have his coffee cup?
He did.
He did, yeah.
He did.
It was a mishmash. It was kind of interesting
But it
to
was
see. Like you didn't know
controlled.
when it was controlled.
Very controlled.
It was just there was a lot going on, and it was cool to see that it wasn't so broken up like it has been in the
No,
past.
it was-
There was
I've
a lot going
enjoyed
on.
all these
I loved it.
storylines that they're building up within this one segment. They built up so many different storylines. So, do you guys think that there's going to end up being a match between Santino and Otunga?
Yes, with Laurinaitis and Teddy as like the managers, and then the winner gets both shows.
It'll be like the Bobby Lashley, Donald Trump, Vince McMahon,
but with way less importance. And so
less hair.
Less hair.
Yeah.
The thing about
And talent. Whoops.
the thing about tomorrow's announcement is obviously going to be that they're switching shows, right?
Is that what it's going to be?
That's what I
don't
felt.
know.
I felt that one because one already got fired from SmackDown and the other got fired from Raw. Those are the rumors, so they're going to switch.
Interesting.
If they do,
Well,
then I'll
switch.
officially
Let's see what's
stop watching
happening.
Raw, and then we'll start doing AfterBuzz for SmackDown because I think Teddy Long's boring.
Hey, I don't mind
Teddy
doing
Long's
SmackDown
hilarious.
either.
Of
Well,
course. Vested interest.
Yo, are we breaking into brands?
Wow, we're actually,
you know what? We're gonna break the panel straight down the center here already.
Raw versus SmackDown. Oh, it's
If
done.
they start
Ink
doing
it.
SmackDown on like
we're gonna have
Tuesdays,
a
I can do it.
contract signing.
I have a life on a Friday night. My apologies, people.
we can't have you doing that for SmackDown. You'll be like, look how hot my wife is. I mean, my
I'm not
cousin,
gonna be
my
biased.
sister, my whatever she is.
I will be the Autumn of the SmackDown show because I have never watched it.
I'll just take over your part
Yeah,
here.
I know nothing
I
about
will never
SmackDown.
be here because now I have to wrestle.
She's actually a SmackDown expert.
Yeah, she's
She
she's
only
like,
watches SmackDown.
she's like, oh, I love so much. I was gonna try to come up with a reference. I can't even come up. I was like, because I love blank so much, can't even come up with the reference.
I love Blake.
Yeah, don't even know who's on SmackDown. Don't care.
I love
Only care
Blake.
about Lillian.
Teddy
Only care about
Long.
Lillian.
Hey, it's all good.
That's
I
it.
love Blank. Jericho,
From behind.
walls of from behind into the walls
Quit
of Jericho
dreaming.
on.
What was that?
Oh, please. No.
Oh no, not you. I caught Chris on that one.
Oh.
What did I miss?
Mike Bennett
like,
caught it. He's cool.
Oh man, I didn't catch it.
You took Jericho from
You
behind.
didn't catch it, actually.
You took him from behind.
You were
From
receiving
behind,
that
you
one.
were receiving.
Give one for Maria.
You took
Is
him
that
from
because
behind.
we're both from the same town?
You know, you already cheated on Canada by sitting over there, buddy. I don't know why. My voice sounds so much cooler when I do this. It's crazy.
You need to talk like that all the time. You need to do your
over from there?
He's choking on a Choco Taco.
I want another one, that's the worst part.
Mexicans are getting back at him.
We're all see just like a show tonight. We got a lot going on here.
So,
Let's be real. I'm being Border Patrol.
they did the weird thing backstage. He's more angry than hurt. That was so weird. Like, do we
That
need
was
an
no,
update
no.
on
We
that?
didn't need an
No,
update
I think
on
because that doesn't. I mean, I'm thinking wrestling here a little bit, but it doesn't undersell any. He's okay. They didn't take him out because he's super powerful, but he is angry.
He's pissed.
He's very angry.
Yeah, they just want you to know
very
they didn't get the
upset.
last of him, is what they're
Exactly.
Jericho was looking pretty ticked off before they parted ways.
He was just mad
When
that
he
had
was
to lay
giving
down
the end of
and
his
zip up his
promo, I mean,
pants.
that really looked like there was some
And a couple
angst
whoops.
in that. So,
And on the road.
All the promos just felt like one-upsmanship.
Too
They
many
just
Choco
gave him
Tacos.
free range. They were
Yeah.
like, just try to outdo, and whoever wins, the loser gets out of the ring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Whoever can hit who below the waist faster and gets the ooh and the ah, I think they're gonna win the crowd.
And they were great promos, just they just ended.
Mean. You're just mean and nasty.
Whole lot
No,
of
there was no holding back. I really feel they're using a lot of people's like the characteristics against him in a lot of these promos.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people getting. You can really tell at the end The Rock was shaken.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh, we'll
could
get
tell
to
he was
that.
a little-
We'll get to that.
But I was just
Jesus.
using those
WrestleMania.
Hit me with the Choco Taco and shut me up.
Yo, we're still in a Kelly Kelly match, guys.
Who?
We're in a very early
we
match.
haven't talked about Taker and Triple H.
There's only one
Taker,
diva I see.
Triple H promo.
Setting that up. It seems like they're kind of going back and forth now. It's like
I was
there
surprised they weren't on the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That slot went to Rock and Cena. I
Yeah.
think this time they want to pump that up a little bit more, but
No,
I'm looking
I'm
like
over here shaking like this. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, my seat's going like this.
it's probably because you both have coffee in your cups.
Yeah.
Not
Little
coffee. I
There's
have
no coffee in there. We know what they're. That's The Rock, baby. Thanks, Diddy.
Yeah.
make things interesting.
I'm looking
Kelly and
forward
Nikki.
to.
What were you gonna say?
No,
Sorry.
I'm just saying. I'm looking forward to the Rock, or Triple H and Taker in the.
I
in
am
the
so
Hell in a
excited.
Cell.
I
That is going to
am-
be. I really feel like someone's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
It probably.
But
That
again,
we're gonna see.
to what you were saying before, Mike, about how it's that generational thing now happening. This is a big WrestleMania.
And it's kind of sad in a way too. It's
It
like,
is.
Makes me sad.
It is. These are like
Bye, my friends.
they've brought
But I
so much
grew up
new
watching.
blood in that they're making the most of the pioneers right now.
All right, guys. Kelly
So
Nikki
last
match.
Okay,
Yes.
I want to ask Autumn.
One half of
Autumn.
the Bellas.
Autumn, as a new watcher, someone new, we're going to watch you grow up in front of our very eyes. Do you, watching the females, did you feel at all like it was lower than the rest of the show?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's definitely just something very understated. But I don't know. Maybe if they, like, as far as I know, I'm skipping ahead.
No, it's okay.
The Eve thing, and we
Right.
were talking about. I don't know. I feel like is Kelly the blonde girl?
Yes.
Okay, she's
I
very
love
hot.
this. It's Kelly the
This is the
Blonde.
best.
Racially
This is
profiling
awesome.
people.
This is the best.
Profiling at its best.
This is the best.
So I feel like she's really cute, but she doesn't really have that much.
To do? Or to...
Maybe that's just her.
Much
I mean-
acting ability? Is
I
that
mean,
what we're going with?
Well, that was
I
terrible.
just don't feel like she has like a very big presence, like other than just her looks.
The it factor.
Now,
is
you're
what we
talking
call it
about.
in the
Are you
industry.
talking about her
So-
being in the ring?
Both.
Both
I
in
feel
and
like
out?
both.
How about
I mean,
this?
it's
Let's just say it like
she's
this.
just kinda,
As
oh,
one...
you threw me. Oh,
A
you
one
know.
word, underword, you'd say... Underword, you would say she's underwhelming. In one word, it was underwhelming.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
My helicopter gear is like
flying
apart over here.
I think sometimes that when you're given that amount of time, you got to take out some of the moves
Yes.
and sell some stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that's one thing that you learn over time and stuff. It's like, okay, you take one thing and you just sell it all day long. You don't just try and clobber the guy when they're like not even looking. It's
Right.
not okay.
But-
Watching the match on SmackDown, I was so impressed.
Right.
Like,
And what was that match? Because
it
I'm
was
a novice.
Tamina and I want to call her Victoria because that's her real name.
I think it was Natalia.
There you
Natalia
go.
and
I was
Beth,
just- I
and
was-
then
I was giving you a bone.
no, I knew that, but I want to call Victoria, but not Victoria. Alicia Fox.
Oh my
her
God.
real name's Victoria. I want to call her Victoria, but because I think that's just a cool name.
Alicia
Hit the exclusive.
Alicia and Natalia have amazing matches.
But I am just yeah.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
That's the exclusive.
Watching that match, I was in love with it. This match, I thought that there was just too much in it.
It sucked.
The bottom line.
Let's just call a spade a spade. It was awful.
This goes right back to one of the very first AfterBuzzes. There is a difference between a diva and a female wrestler, and this is exactly what I was getting across on my point. And those kind of people are expendable. That's why they don't last long. The girls that are still doing it, the 5-6 years, the Mickie James, the Gail Kims, everybody in the whole TNA faction that's really doing it, they're doing it.
And I was
Like
with those
impressive
girls.
matches, chants. Like it's crazy to see the audience participation when you watch those kind of matches, and then you watch a Divas match and you fall asleep. Like
Yeah.
I was with those girls, and they are so passionate. I was just with them this weekend. I got to wrestle Victoria, and then I also was able to wrestle Winter, and like just how they talk about their matches, and all of the girls were checking in to see how I did. That made me feel real good. I'm like, oh God, but it was like it's a family over there, and like the matches mean everything, and they know they get high ratings, and so they're like, you know what, we're gonna continue to beat out the guys. and
well,
we're
you
gonna
can
continue to
tell
do
they
that.
care about the sport. They don't care about the entertainment faction of it. Like they really care as a sport. You could tell those moves, everything that Gail Kim did on Thursday on TNA was amazing. That ODB match, if anybody watched that, it was hands down just solid. And
I think that's part of it, though. That's professional wrestling, is being able to mix in the, taking your time and doing those awesome moves, but also making them mean something.
Right.
So, Cena Miz.
In related news, Kelly over the Bella.
Oh, yeah. The Bella.
The Bella. One half of the Bellas.
I think they're going to
The
notice
Bella.
that W in the win column. Hold on, let's go back to the records and check. So, who won that Kelly Divas match?
Oh, I will say though, Kelly's pin, the back bridge, that was kind of nice.
That
I
was
thought that was
cool.
out of the whole match. I mean,
It was
what do
the
you
best
think?
thing of the match.
Yes, it was
'Cause it was
decent.
ending.
No. I'm just saying, if there was something to call out of it, I thought the pin was decent.
Yeah.
I thought the last 3 moves were good.
Yeah.
The last
They
time
had the finish
yeah,
came off very
finish
well.
came off good.
That's what I'm
Besides
saying.
that, they
Yeah.
But yeah,
It was a
so,
mess.
call it what it is.
Let's be real.
It was a
It's-
mess.
This is bad.
It's,
Outside of that.
it is sad because I do miss that in WWE. It's nothing against the girls. It really
No,
isn't.
because
It's
you
just-
have girls. You have
They're
Tamina
there.
and you
They're
have
there,
Beth,
they're
and they
there,
had
they're
a
there.
fantastic match, I heard.
And also, to play devil's advocate, some of these girls that we're sort of saying aren't good wrestlers aren't going to get better if you only put them out for 1 minute. They can't get
Thank
better.
you.
And so it doesn't
That's
matter.
the thing.
And you can say that they do house shows as much as you want. That's not being in front of a camera.
And here's the thing,
It's
though.
not being on
I
live
heard about
TV.
these house shows, and I've heard that they've been doing a lot of bikini contests and a lot of shooting T-shirts and a lot of blah blah blah.
When's the next one?
Well, the South America tour that just wrapped
Tell
up
Lil I
with,
want my tickets, Chris.
SmackDown.
Bad acting.
Again, it was Alicia Fox and Natalya going head to head, and apparently they were just blowing it up.
Yeah, because they're both amazing.
But you look at them;
I mean, I
there's some
know
talent.
Alicia.
Natalya's
She had that
incredible.
1 week,
Alicia-
whatever. But Alicia, I think, is incredible. I've
She
been in the
is.
ring with her before, and you can
Yeah,
just
you
tell.
can speak firsthand.
Someone just needs to be the female CM Punk and really say it how it is. I'm hoping Natalya loses her mind and she's tired of doing this farting bit that they keep doing with her.
Yeah, that's a little-
and she's like, "Hey,
I don't
I'm
like
actually
that.
I'm actually an athlete. Not only am I an athlete, I come from a background
I
of
like how you
athletes."
said.
So-
I like how
Hey,
you
I
went.
was in the dungeon.
I like how Chris was like, that I can't stand for. That's where I draw the line. When
where I draw the
you
line.
give a girl a farting gimmick, I'm out. I'm cutting out.
Everything else.
No,
Everything else is fine.
that's what you know what I feel the
Blackface,
same way.
fine.
It's true though.
You-
Anything else?
It's absolutely
I
true.
don't
It's
like
pathetic.
that.
It's kinda
Cena,
like
Miz.
Blast from the past, kind of bringing WrestleMania back. Although Cena basically manhandled him.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
it was like it was a Punk promo. Miz came out and did the Punk promo.
Yeah.
It's the same promo. It's
Same thing
pay
as what we were
dues, you
saying,
this, that. It's the
He
same.
just talked about the truth. When he
Yep.
was the champ, he did all the media stuff. He would go. He's the.
I learned to speak
Hollywood-
Spanish so I could say
was
taco taco in 5 different languages.
It's been 7
He is
months.
definitely. I mean, nothing again. Not for nothing. I mean, Miz does work extremely hard. It's true. The guy is being sent all
He's
over
their
the
media
place.
guy,
He is
yeah.
their media guy.
But
that's because he's
has
good
it
at
really
it.
been? It's been a while. I think
What do you mean?
Sheamus has
No,
done
he's
more.
still doing it. No,
Really?
no, he's still doing it.
All right.
He's still doing it. But the thing is,
He's lost without Maurice. He's heartbroken. His
that
head's
does
not in the
suck.
game.
That does suck. Let
His
me
head's
tell
not
you,
in the
when you're
game.
not on the road and your significant other's not there, let me tell you, man, firsthand, it sucks.
It
I
doesn't
thought he
seem
looked
to.
good tonight, though.
He did look
He
good.
did look good.
Match was good.
I
Cena
liked
was like
Miz.
breaking out
Cena
new
was on
stuff.
fire.
Yeah, Cena took some good bumps.
Cena went
Right?
off. I think
That
Cena's got
DDT
something
bump
to
was
prove.
like wham.
And we were saying
Stuck
he
him.
was faster, right?
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
faster.
He was
quicker
crisper.
in the ring.
He was
in the-
faster. It looks
Yeah.
like he's just maybe he's sick of he's trying to up his game, or maybe
He's gonna have to for WrestleMania. The Rock's on point.
Well,
for
how much
time.
can you go out and do the same thing over
Exactly.
and over and over? Don't
He's
you
like,
want?
okay,
I mean,
7
you
years of
talk
that,
about that. I
now
mean, do
new.
you do the same thing all the time?
Yeah,
do
you always
kind of
try
shake
to,
it up a little bit.
Yeah, you have to, or it just
Right?
gets repetitive. But like I think with Cena, it's one of those things where you see CM Punk and Daniel Bryan in and night out tearing the house down, and then guys
Ziggler and
with
a
Ziggler,
bunch of guys.
and it's just like, and Cena's really good, and he picks up on things quickly. And I think he's just like, all right, it's time to
Add to the arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. It's time to make myself
That
better
will
than
kind of
everyone
bring him
thinks
back
I am. Yeah.
with the fans, I think, too, and even the fans that don't necessarily
And every
like
wrestler
him.
wants to reinvent themselves because
Sure.
they get stale.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope he goes to some tights and gets rid of those cargo shorts.
I'm ready.
I'm just over it. It was cool. At least when he had the Reebok pumps, he could.
Well, that was when he was still
Hit it.
transitioning out of the yoke.
I think he
phase.
should have kept his Reebok pumps.
I want to see.
Yeah, but what do I
some
know?
tights.
He
I
debuted
do.
in tights
Yeah.
You did.
against
Yeah.
Kurt
The
Angle.
shorts?
Yeah.
Wait, full on tights?
Yeah,
No,
we
it's
had-
just the
yeah,
shorts.
The biker shorts.
Biker shorts, right? Yeah.
I don't care biker shorts or I don't care. I want to see something different than what
Yeah,
he's been wearing.
I'm kind of.
That was the only
like to see
thing in
that
that last
as well.
promo. We'll talk
Let's
about
change
that.
it up besides just the T-shirt.
It would be cool if they would have brought like a cool manager back to manage him to go into WrestleMania, like when they did with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels for the Iron Man match. If they were to bring something that would bring a new element for Cena to sit there and reinvent himself, but
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to reinvent himself on his
Never.
own.
I
He's-
just think tights. If he's gonna
Guys,
wrestle for the
there.
boys,
Not
The
to be-
decision has
listen,
been
I'll
made,
play,
it's
listen,
tights.
I'll play devil's advocate. This is Coca-Cola. There is no need to change Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
If you change Coca-Cola, you will get new Coke. If you change Pepsi, you're going to get clear Pepsi.
What about what?
And no one will hate it.
This is
Like, it will be-
branding 101
It
right
will be
here,
the
y'all.
worst situation you could do to change Coca-Cola or to change
Yeah.
Pepsi. That's what they see Cena as. So there's no way that they will
They
change
did
a brand.
change the Pepsi logo. All
they-
I'm saying.
well, they can
And
do a
they change his
throwback
shirts.
can.
And they change his shirts.
Yeah.
And they change his shirts. That's the thing that you'll take it as far as. But as
Fruity
far as
Pebbles.
branding a person, as much as they branded him
Man
in Make
parts.
a Wish and
Yeah.
all these crazy movies they've put him in, nothing.
I don't think that they should change him like that side of him.
Drastic.
But if he's going to be out there for the boys, out there for all the wrestlers, then I want to see him dressed as a wrestler.
But it does depend on your market. I mean, okay, Coke, Pepsi, we get that. But I mean, he's in a business where fans kind of feed off of just a little bit of, oh, that's cool, that's new, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Cena appeals to the masses.
Yeah.
And if he
It's a
starts
different
wrestling
guy.
like a wrestler, he's not going to appeal to the kids.
I know he has to stay dressed as a meth addict.
Point. All right.
And
The Rock does make an appearance in that match, sort of.
Oh yeah, he's
at
on
the end.
screen.
Shout out Final Cut.
With the bar mitzvah final cut, the bar mitzvah video.
That was I kind of dug that actually. That was the best part for me with The Rock tonight when he fades out like that.
That reminded me of old school Rock, but I
Right?
just don't think that
That reminded me of
like
old school Punky Brewster episodes.
I
where
wonder
right
if that's
before
what
the
he had
commercial,
written
she
on
moved-
his arm. They're like, okay, remember at the end of your bit, at the end,
Cut,
pull
pull
down,
down.
curtain call.
Pull down the shade.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that.
YouTube channel. Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Check it out.
I just
We have a YouTube
once again, I'm
channel.
waiting for my
Well,
YouTube
actually,
channel.
He has one that I just.
I have a YouTube channel,
I
Bukari
worked it out,
Fashion.
yeah.
You guys, my housekeeper has a YouTube channel. This is not a big deal. We need them to get their regular channel so it sounds like a brag. We've said it a million times.
No, but they do have cool little segments on there. Check it out.
Again.
Check it out.
Again.
Check it out.
Check.
They have chocolate tacos on there.
right now. Check it out. Everybody's got a YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
To the
yeah,
chopper.
Anyways.
Anywho.
Tag team championship match.
Yeah, three-way.
Three-way.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Kofi, R-Truth, Vicky comes out.
Don't forget Little
Please,
Jimmy.
Please
Little
tell
Jimmy.
me.
Little Jimmy
what-
came down
what-
the ramp.
Little Jimmy came.
He said, he was like,
what
come
was
on.
your
Yeah, he's like,
comment
come on,
about Vicky?
Is that the
I didn't know if
closest
he cut
one?
one.
No,
He was
what
like,
it
come on.
is it was we had a girl who we had Eve, right? Eve I don't know her.
Eve.
Rosa.
Rosa, sorry.
Oh,
Rosa.
Yeah.
You got to say it right.
Rosa.
Rosa.
We had
Rosa.
guys. I'm the one who brought Choco Tacos. I can definitely call her Rosa. I could call her Rosa.
Rosario.
Rosa came out and did a sexy dance,
she
which we
has
found
some
attractive,
moves,
right?
yes.
That was good.
Music,
I
everything, vibes great.
I
And
found
then
out
they
tonight
have
that I like blue leather.
Right. And then Vicky came out and you said
leopard.
and you said I
asked,
just
"Who
feel
is-"
bad.
No, I said, who is that? I feel bad for her because I mean, look, she's like competing against this, Latin,
Sex machine.
Body.
Sex machine.
Yep.
I guess it didn't help that the cougar was wearing.
Yeah,
I'm just
don't.
gonna-
Okay, cougar.
Meow.
Don't wear meow. Yeah, here we go.
Well,
It's like- and then it had
it
cutouts
says
in the
cougar.
back,
It says
which
cougar on her.
Right.
Not very attractive.
That's the whole
so.
thing.
I get it.
I mean,
But
She is
maybe
a
it's
heel.
time. I was about to say. Funny, you beat me to it.
Says
I was gonna say,
cowherd.
over time, over the next few weeks, watch her. We're gonna watch your progress on her. If you don't like her for the right reason, which would mean like, oh, she bothers me, I don't like her, or you just don't like her because she's physically unattractive. Those are two completely different things.
I mean, even just tonight, like, how can you even see past that? I mean, if you want to be like,
Oh man,
something
I wish
else-
you would have. By the way, I wish you would have seen her. I wish you would have seen her like a half a year ago because it was worse.
She covered up. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
have
a little more than
problem-
this, a
See,
little more
I don't
than
have
this.
a problem with people that. I mean,
Dirt
not everyone has
sheets
to
are
be
thick in
like,
this one.
Hold on, I want to
incredible
hear this. I want to hear this.
It's just not like. I mean, everything was wrong about
Okay.
that. And
Good
they
to know.
hide it a little bit. And
Good
My
to
lady
know.
just hates her
So
voice.
in short, it was a fashion faux pas.
Yes.
Fashion faux pas. I
Yeah.
love Dolph's scream when you took the what did you do?
I just like the pink shirt.
What was
He
it?
just got thrown in the
Just
air
thrown
and
in the-
landed
oh
on
my
his stomach.
gosh. Like little
Oh,
things
man.
like
And he
that.
Screamed
See,
like a
that-
girl the whole way up.
Little things like
Oh, he
that.
did?
That was an elevator ride.
Yeah.
Tight.
It
That was an
amazing.
elevator ride. He got some airtime on that.
And
I want to
these
see
guys
someone
are
go into a
just-
finishing move from that. Like Diamond Dallas Plays used to hit that diamond cutter from
Diamond
doing
cutter.
that.
Oh.
I've never seen an RKO done like that once.
No?
No, that's not true.
I haven't
Oh
seen
no,
it.
he's done off the. He's
He
done
did
off
it
the
up.
ropes.
Not
Guy
off the ropes.
flying off the top rope?
I'm talking about
Boom.
throwing
Yeah.
him up, like throwing him up and just straight hitting it.
He's done it off. He's
I
done it
think
off a guy
catching
flying
a
off
guy
the
off
ropes.
the
I've
top
seen
rope
him-
is
He
a
did
little
that.
bit better
He
than
did
throwing
that.
some
I've seen
guy
him
up
do a
and doing it.
shooting star press.
The
but
I mean, you got to know the timing on that.
No, it's
You got to
ridiculous.
be.
I'll
on
tell you
point.
one move you'll see. Probably Claudio, who's down in FCW. He does that exact same move, throw the guy up, but then he hits him with an uppercut forearm on his way down.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Wow.
Yo, who's the guy at TNA who does like the craziest move? The I don't know if he's still there anymore.
not the one that just got paralyzed.
No.
Not
He's
that one,
okay
right?
now. He's
Yeah,
good.
that one
Maybe.
was scary.
No,
He does like a move. Keep talking. I'll get it.
Okay.
Are you talking Amazing Red?
I'll get it. Just
All
don't
right.
worry. I'll get it. Keep going.
Stand by.
Amazing Red. I'm
Speaking of the RKO, though, the funny story about that is my trainer, Brutal Bob, we were watching old tapes not that long ago, and we realized that Cowboy Bob Orton's
the
father,
best. Yeah.
actually created the Ace Crusher, which everyone gives which is the diamond cutter, the RKO, whatever. Everyone gives credit to Johnny Ace for inventing that. That's why they call it the Ace Crusher. But there's a match where he has a guy in a hold, and he just drops down and hits him with the Ace Crusher. So
Interesting.
throw that out there.
That
all
was
the
some
internet
101
fans.
for me today. I didn't know that.
Man, that was good.
You like that?
That was
I
good.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's
All right.
You make me want to quit rapping and start wrestling.
yeah, I'm like, want to be my trainer?
Primo and Epico over.
Yep.
You love this match.
I loved it. As a wrestler, those matches are ridiculously hard to call when there's more than 2 people in the ring at the same time. It's just because you have to have the timing,
Like,
the
man.
position. This guy's going to do this. Well, what's this guy doing? Well, these two are doing this, and you knock him out of the ring. But did that move, hurt him enough to keep?
But Primo,
Wow.
like,
It's
there's a
just
lot of
no.
guys. There's a lot of guys in that match that are wrestlers.
Yeah, I think
that was just pure athleticism.
Everyone
in
in
there.
that-
Kofi guys
and,
are,
I mean, there's a
everyone
lot.
in that match was just awesome.
Yeah.
And I
My
just-
question to you guys is, do you feel they're stacking the tag team division for WrestleMania?
No,
hope
not when
so.
Kane comes out at the end and lays them all out.
That's
no,
what I was just gonna
and good
say,
segue.
why?
no.
What was? I just don't understand the purpose of that. What was the purpose of that?
keep Kane strong, keep him relevant.
Yeah.
His name was Petty Williams.
Petey Williams.
Petey Williams. It's Petty on
He
here.
did the
so don't make
Canadian
it-
Destroyer.
That's the greatest move I've ever seen in wrestling history.
Once again, Canadians in the house.
It's like
Good for something,
He jumps
not-
over the guy and
If
Not
you,
for the couch.
if no one
Yeah,
has
not
ever
for the
seen
couch,
it, if
obviously.
no one
I'm
has
gonna
ever
find
seen
it.
it, bring it up. He doesn't move. This
Watch
guy,
the
Petey
maple syrup
Williams.
over there.
Petey Williams is no longer in TNA, but he used to do the craziest move that looked like he was going to kill someone. He's going to bring it up on his phone.
Oh,
It's
fantastic.
I gotta see this.
most bonkers wrestling move I've ever seen.
Then we
Okay.
have Johnny and David Otunga backstage, and
Yep.
then Teddy Long comes in and calls him a horse's ass, and
You know what I hate?
all kinds of rumors
The
and
thing
et
I hate
cetera,
the
et
most-
cetera. What?
You believe that guy?
But the thing I hate the most is when wrestling tries to crowbar in a pop culture reference. Like, did you hear it tonight? Can you believe a movie wins an Oscar with only one word or one line in it? Like, it's the worst. It's like a guy who reads the cover of USA Today and goes, let's put one of those in. Like, just whatever is on the front page and throw it in. Because
Interestingly enough,
That's how I
that
used to
movie's
pass
been making
all
waves.
my
Everybody's
tests.
talking about it like, really? That one? And
well,
it's interesting. Sorry
either
to
way,
segue.
to
I'm
hear
just-
it from someone who knows nothing of what they're talking
Nothing.
about
And
is so painful.
Never has ever focused on a
No.
movie to know what goes into it, and then he's all of a sudden trying.
I think that
like nails on a freaking chalkboard.
It's piggybacking off the fact that the Oscars were last night, and
I
they're just
know.
they're just keeping. It
I
was
am-
that they
but
always
if
add
you
in that
wanna make
small
that
talk before
reference-
the actual.
If you want to make a reference about
Yeah.
that, make a reference about Stacy Keibler, who was
Yes,
shown the
exactly.
entire freaking night.
Or
Nice.
we can't
Angelina
do that.
Jolie's legs.
what?
Or Angelina
Leg.
Jolie's
Leg.
legs.
Oh,
Sorry,
leg,
my bad.
leg.
But why on earth can you not bring up the fact that Stacy Keibler was on every other fucking shot?
Because they
Because
got
I
rid
don't
of her.
think they want to admit it. I don't think
They
they
don't
want
want
to
to admit it because it's a girl. If
Right.
it was a guy, if Jericho went to the thing, they would have been like, "Oh, look at Chris Jericho. He was on the Oscars more than the Oscars."
They
were on
did
the Oscars."
actually give Stacy Keibler a spread in the last. Actually, I believe it's the current WWE
They
magazine.
did, but that's a magazine. The magazine
Yes,
is
I know.
completely different.
And I'm
than
sure
the-
it's stock photos
And
from when
that's
she was
just
there.
why there's such amazing photos
I
of
would think
Beth and Natalia.
By the way, I also want to go on record as saying that one of the most relevant things of this week is WWE related, and they ran over it again, which is Chris Brown versus CM Punk on Twitter and everywhere in the world.
They
I've
mentioned
seen
it
that.
once last week, and
But
that was
barely.
it. That
And
was
this
barely.
Week, this week it came up once again when CM Punk was telling him it doesn't matter if we have Chris, if we have Chris Brown or if we have Mickey Rourke, if
Blah,
we're
blah,
still
blah, blah,
wrestlers.
blah, blah, blah.
But it doesn't matter if you're going to give 30 seconds to him being like one line in the artist. Give 30 seconds to the biggest relevant story on Twitter this week is that a wrestler, Chris Brown, got into an argument on Twitter. It was
Well,
great.
yeah, and why did he even refer back to him? Like, what happened
Well, I think
there?
he was saying, you mean tonight?
No.
Oh.
Why did Chris Brown even respond? Like, how does
Because Chris Brown's a
Brown...
horrible human
That
being.
is intense.
Because he's a horrible
No.
human. Oh.
How does Chris Brown know who CM Punk is?
Because CM
to
Punk
even...
wrote a tweet. He wrote a tweet that
course he
said
knows.
he knows who he is. He said, I wish I could put Chris Brown against a curb and kick him. That would be a great WrestleMania
Curb
moment.
stomp.
No,
Right.
curb stomp
Right.
him, that
Curb stomp
turd.
him.
Right.
That, which
Curb
I thought
stomp
was
that
very,
turd, yeah.
very,
And then,
Choco Taco-ish.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Chris Brown went into
Get in the
him-
ring, I'll choke you
and then-
out.
Yeah, Chris Brown went into 6, 7 in a row before CM Punk even noticed
Something
he was
about
responding.
steroids, and I'm
And
just
his,
like,
his
hey,
penis being super not not useful
Because Chris
when you're on
Brown's
steroids.
hung like a baby's arm.
It was terrible. Point is Chris Brown's a horrible human being, and you had an opportunity to make CM Punk a serious hero in the eyes of most people, and they ruined it again.
Show this picture, twit pic.
Ruined it again. Can I see the move?
I don't understand. Like, there was actual relevant things they could have
Yes.
talked about.
Two we just came up with.
But no, we can't do that. Of course not. Why would-
about nothing.
Let's
it was a
just be real.
jam. I mean, it was a jam-packed wrestling show tonight. There was
Yes,
a lot of.
But
good.
they
So
had
good.
one line about Oscars. Why couldn't it be about Stacy
Stacey
Keibler,
Keibler.
who was on the Oscars all
Or
night
CM
long?
Punk
Or CM Punk.
and Brown.
And bro. Okay.
That's pop culture.
Anyways,
Is that the
so,
movie?
Well,
about?
from there we go to
Yeah.
the Eve
Yeah.
promo.
Eve promo. Okay.
Woo.
Walk of shame, Hosky, blah, 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 blah. She says she didn't ask for this. I'm the hotness. Da, da, da. Love it. I love every second of it. I know that
That
a
was
lot of
amazing.
people will
Isn't it
disagree
awesome?
with
A
me.
little bit better.
Been a while since we've seen a diva.
Oh,
come-
remember, that's a hot mic when you do that.
It's been a while since we've seen a diva come out with a. Oh my God! Would you do something with the mic, son?
Doesn't know it's a hot
No
mic.
farting in the mic. Thank you.
Doesn't know it's a hot mic. There it is.
There we go. All right.
I'm
so,
excited about this, but why did Karma or Beth or someone with a
I'm
little
still
oomph
waiting
come
for
out and say
Karma.
something?
I'm still waiting.
They're
Kelly
jet
backstage,
lagged. Duh.
Kelly backstage going, "Oh, I can't believe you're not my friend." Like, really?
No, that had more personality. It was more like, I can't believe that you are not my friend.
This is what I miss Trish.
You got her programming
so
down
much.
perfect.
I miss
stick out.
Trish, and I know you agree with me on this. I miss
Stratus.
Trish's lines for coming back from something like that. Like, she would have had the greatest
she was
lines
always
to-
witty.
Very witty, and would have had something
Yeah.
to say to Eve. and
Shout
it
out
would
Trish.
have
She just followed me on Twitter too a couple weeks ago. We got that one.
Oh, we
Wasn't
finally did it.
That was a big deal.
It's
right?
like-
I didn't have to get. I only
It's
got
like
12
catered
people.
for you.
I got 12 people to sign my petition. Like no joke, I really got 12 people to sign my petition.
That's so sad.
But I got the job done, my man.
Yeah.
All right. It's
we
not
go.
how many I got. It's not about how many I got. It's the fact that I got it.
I'm very impressed.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm really missing Trish on
He has
this
no
episode
idea I paid
because
her.
I'll DM her right now.
do it.
No big deal. When you got her following.
Why?
What up, Trish?
Why wouldn't
What
we
up,
use
Trish?
this? They had a moment here tonight. They had a moment
Yes.
of a real heat that a woman was getting in the ring that wasn't Vicky Guerrero. Why in the hell don't you use it? Like, she is in the ring asking for it. Like, I want to jump into the TV and just be out there because no matter what you say, you're gonna be right in the eyes of the crowd. Like, that's how you get a babyface over. You have real heat here.
Well, no,
but
it is, but
wonk, wonk.
this is to put.
I'll walk back now.
But this is to put Kelly over eventually. We know that.
Put her. You mean
How?
put her over or put her out? It seems like they're putting her out to
No,
pasture
no, no.
right
This
now.
is to put her over.
They put her on the cover of a magazine
Because
and then took her belt.
She's gonna be the pure.
She's going to be the pure girl
that
who
comes-
saves us from the slut.
But she's not pure, and you can see it in her eyes
It
when she's
doesn't-
talking about anything.
Listen, you can't see anything in dead eyes. Number one.
Yeah.
Two. I'm just telling you what it is.
not when you stand like this.
I
No,
will,
she's
that's-
really
that-
hot. I
oh
mean,
my
that
God,
could be.
she's
That's the
hot.
only
Okay,
thing.
but-
We kind of said it before. I mean,
Well,
you don't get better by not
the Pegasus
being
move.
given the chances to be better.
Yes, but you've been in the company for 5.5 years now.
Yeah.
For heaven's sakes,
Well,
get a
Oh,
little
she's
bit
not
better.
new. Like she's.
And on the
No,
mic,
she's a
She's
veteran.
been-
She's a
she's been
veteran.
shelved.
Well, I'm letting you know. That means she's reaching her 5 year. That's usually when people swap out vehicles.
Fair enough.
This doesn't pertain to you anymore. Now we're releasing divas, not women's champions. All right.
We're talking about mere mortals.
Yeah, here, more not superhuman females.
Not champions.
but
Hold on.
Anywho,
hold
I'm
on.
just saying
I know
I-
I have a joke for this. I have to check my arm.
Oh.
All right. never mind.
Are you checking
I
your
am wondering where
glasses?
Karma is. She appeared at the
where is
Royal
Karma?
Rumble
Where is
and
Karma?
has disappeared. I have no
Where
idea. Where
I
she
need
is.
good karma here. I need something. I
Maybe
don't
she's
know.
not ready to come back.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, that's.
Wait,
Or
hold on.
maybe
Was
she
a
just
one
gave
shot.
birth. I don't know, and she has a child.
She's already come out though. She's already come out though.
That was just for a one-time
Yeah, that
thing.
was the Rumble, you
That's
know,
like I can go out to dinner anytime I want. Let's be real. She was in there for 5 minutes. She did her thing. She got out.
Yeah.
She made her impact. It was
Speaking
cool.
of 5 minutes, can our SmackDown reporter explain whether or not the Funkasaurus was on last week?
The Funkasaurus hasn't been on.
He didn't come out again.
It's interesting.
They're saying, however, he's been doing house shows,
I heard that.
yeah.
Someone was saying
You gotta
that
keep him
he's
in
not.
there.
He's not up to par
and
yet.
that's what Vince was.
No
he's
way.
Yeah.
not in his in-ring work.
sarcastic. Oh, okay. I thought they were
You
just
know he didn't like his gimmick
That kind
either.
of
Come on.
that kind of
let's be real.
sucks.
But
though,
he's
I
on the
mean.
opening reel of the show.
still.
That,
Oh, yeah.
the new one that they just
Okay.
made.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
yeah,
He wasn't
he's
on
there.
it before.
It just
so.
kind of sucks. I mean,
We're
here's a
about to
guy
make a
that
letter.
comes out and
Keep going.
I just feel they
So-
should have still billed him.
Edge movie.
I'm another Canadian brother. I just love this guy and anything he does.
Oh, I
Oh, come
adore
on.
him.
I
Look,
love him.
if you
You're
like
not gonna
Canada
pretend
so
the
much,
movie
why
looks
don't you
good.
marry
I
it,
didn't
bro?
say anything about the movie. I said I like him.
Okay. I like him too. I just
Thank
think
you.
the movie looks like poop.
He
I-
looks
I
way
like his-
better than the movie.
Yes, he looks way
He
better.
does
Thank you.
in the movie.
I'm
That's
just saying he
Uh-huh.
Okay.
looks good.
So we're
Like
going
his
to
hair.
skip
We gotta
over
keep
the
running.
next couple of things because I really want to talk about this Rock promo a
Yes,
lot.
yes.
And
Yeah.
I want to ask other
All
people
right.
about it. So,
Big Show, Sheamus, Cody,
Mark Henry, blah, blah, blah.
Really
blah, blah.
unimportant intro.
Bunch of
Starting
botched
to pump up
storylines.
Sheamus.
Yeah, just put
going into
Sheamus over.
WrestleMania. course.
Cody's got a new thing
And
that
I'm a
he
fan
does
of
about
Sheamus,
embarrassing
so-
movements. I'm sorry, I almost hit you in the face. No, I have hit you in the face.
Big
That's
show,
what I
Cody
do.
got no
And then
direction.
Cody
HBK is
rolls
coming
out.
next.
HBK.
Coming next week. Okay, Rock comes out.
Yes.
Yeah, see, because it was Rock and Cena this week, so next week it's going to go back to Triple H and Taker.
And HBK.
And HBK, exactly.
Oh, we have so much to talk about, you guys. We're just getting into the Rock thing.
Wow. Hold on. I got to figure out what I'm going to say.
Oh dear.
Here we go.
Geez.
I was highly disappointed. Highly
But let's go through
disappointed.
all the feelings. Let's go through all the
Yeah.
feelings. Rock
Okay.
comes out immediately. It's been hyped up. We feel, I could talk as a room, I believe, tell me if I'm wrong. We believe that The Rock is reaching to the lowest common denominator of wrestling fans. Can I say that?
I didn't know there was a low.
It's real low, guys.
I didn't know there was the lowest form.
It's like living in a sewer low. No, I'm saying I think that he is having the equivalent of a cheap pop for an entire promo. Like, I think he is reaching for the easiest way to
Okay,
get
now
the
I
audience.
understand what you're trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
But before I wasn't following you. Maybe it's because been hit in the head too many times or whatever. But
You could have been hit.
Well,
You've been given what?
you know that they pretty much, I mean,
not with head. I said in the head.
Mike, man, you dirty dog. They say after a couple months that stuff
I mean,
doesn't happen
this-
anymore.
the promos are kind of set, and whether you
I
ad
hope
lib a
not.
little bit, you're a writer. I mean, talk to
I'll be
this.
miserable.
Okay.
She won that. Did you give her that belt?
I did.
It was earned.
Never mind.
They don't call it a job for
Oh,
nothing.
he said it. Never mind.
I do want to get a writer's perspective on
Yes.
this, because when you go out, I mean,
Yes.
you're writing for these guys.
Yes, there are two different types of ways you can write. One being in a very... It's like writing the difference between Jingle All the Way and Citizen Kane.
You can either write it at a desk.
There's two separate ways to write scripts, and one of them is very cheap and easy and a little more... It's more for children. And that, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying The Rock is not that character. He's never been that character. He's always been the character that does the smart promo. He's always the character that we're in on. This, I have began to, and I think I said this, but I don't know if everyone agrees. I've begun to love what The Rock used to be and hate what Dwayne has become.
You know what?
Interestingly enough,
I
they addressed
said
the
it
whole
the-
Dwayne
Right.
Johnson
and no one
Rock
believes it. And no one
separation.
believes it.
Yeah.
When he says they're the same person, there's not a person in the arena who believed it.
Yeah.
At all. I don't believe that.
From the very beginning of tonight, I just had this weird feeling that he was going to start saying something that was wrong.
You did say that.
Yeah.
I
will
just
go on record and say you said that.
I just
Yep.
think that he's gotten to that point that point of forgetting who you are and becoming that ego.
Is
And
it on
just
purpose,
that
though?
ego. I don't know.
What they're
That's
doing with
no,
him.
no way. You can't fake that. There's.
But I
the
mean, for
problem
the
is
sake
he's
that
not
he'll
faking it.
probably go down at WrestleMania. So you're
Oh my
Cena's
God,
looking.
The Rock is gonna lose at WrestleMania.
I don't think so.
I don't
can't
think
imagine.
I was saying no, but I was really disappointed with his promo.
Okay, well, let's
He
get.
got-
Well, we only got to the part. Cena comes out. We got to get to that part, and then we got to get to the
Yes.
second part.
Okay.
Rock's promo, as much as I can downgrade it, at least it was cohesive and it made sense. We noticed that he had something written on his arm, which were crib notes for the promo. Now Cena comes out. Maria, go ahead. I'd love for you to explain it.
Well, I mean, when Cena came out, it was just like, I don't even know if he was supposed to come out.
Was it a shoot?
I almost feel like they made him go out there because Rock was kind of going around in circles.
Well, no, I think they would have known the whole time, but it did really great because Rock did go in circles. But go on. I think if
But
it's a shoot,
But
everyone knew it was a shoot except Rock.
They would have gotten out of it sooner, I think. If Cena was going to come out, like Rock had repeated himself like 6 times, like why wouldn't you send Cena out earlier and get done and over with it? Because they went over what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Almost 22 minutes, yeah.
So obviously they would have sent him out sooner because Rock was already going back through his crib notes over and over again.
Right.
Mind you, it is impossible to do these things. So for the people at home that are watching, yeah, we might say that it was redundant or whatever. It is so hard to cut a promo out there with
Yes.
the people and the lights and you're on.
Unless you are someone like Cena
Mr. to the
or
P.
The Rock
I was
or
just about to say,
Miz or
or-
CM
but by
Punk.
the way,
Even
like,
when you are those people, you do get nervous.
But Maria, it's very hard to slam dunk, but when Blake Griffin misses a dunk, we all laugh at him.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
So I mean, and then Brock was saying that they're tired of you, Cena, blah blah blah. But then Cena has a leg to stand on. Rock doesn't anymore. Rock just doesn't, and he's not saying the right things to get the people back. He's not saying that, hey, The Rock knew that The Rock had something, so he was going to go out and he was going to show more fans and bring more fans into wrestling because that's what The Rock
He
likes
had
to
a
do.
couple quippy
He
lines, but
could
that
have
was it.
said something like that. Instead, he went to the, I just love to entertain and I want to go out and blah, blah, blah.
But
he was cutting a heel
and
promo.
by the way, the main focus of his promo, and we haven't even said this, is crazy to
Twitter.
me, is Twitter and what's trending. It's the and by
That's
the way,
because I don't even like to say it myself.
it makes me mad. I know. And the craziest part is organically. Do you remember when Rock would organically come up with things that we wanted to say the next day?
Yeah.
Not things that he told us to say the next day. Two
Yes,
different things.
And I don't like the lady part and the Rocky one side saying
Kung
this,
Pao
one side
chicken and Kung
so
Pao
everybody
bitch.
say this with me now. That's like what you do when it's like
It's like a
intermission
cult.
at a
Yes,
wrestling
I was
He's
show.
like,
say-
say this, and they're all like, and he's like, yes,
Well,
my
it was
people.
it was a power play.
This is why, like, when you're in intermission and you throw out T-shirts, everybody scream for me if you want a
Cheap
T-shirt.
pop, exactly. That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
that's what I used to do. Like,
Yes.
and that's why I'm not The Rock. I want to see The Rock be The Rock.
Yes.
After
The Rock
Cena
isn't The
basically
Rock.
after Cena basically tore him a new one last week, I really expected Rock to come out this week and do what he does best, which is own that mic and throw it right back down, which he's done.
Which ties us into what happened. Cena leaves the ring in a fury, runs out of the ring,
And he
leaves
says,
Rock
"You go,
alone."
continue trending."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Leaves
That was awesome.
Leaves Rock alone, and what happens?
And
it
Rock
it's
kind
breakdown.
He
No, it's
disintegrated.
breakdown.
He disintegrated.
He did.
He disintegrated.
And
we
I mean,
literally saw him break down on television.
He
did.
broke down.
and what happens after on the way out when he doesn't have the mic anymore and you see his mouth move? What does he
he
say?
says, "Mother effer." He says
got
that
it.
mother effer bitch.
Yeah.
But he didn't say effer.
He kept calling him a bitch.
I think I've heard the word bitch used in the last 3 weeks
Right?
more than I've seen
Between-
anything.
and it's only
this is,
Cena and
this
The
is
Rock.
rated PG, right?
Yeah.
This is supposed
Yeah.
to be PG,
Yeah.
so
Interestingly enough.
Any thoughts?
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I'm-
play devil's advocate.
I
here,
love it.
because
That's what we like.
You've been backstage. You've been backstage.
I have.
It is a world-class crew back there.
Yes.
Best production, best camera work. Vince McMahon's a production genius.
He
Yes, he is.
If he didn't want people to see
I agree.
things written on his hand,
Eggs.
there's camera angles, there's the hard cam, there's two,
Or
And they
more
notice
or
everything.
not 6 times.
Not
First time it comes
First
up,
time, oh crap!
he learns it and stops it.
Okay, now we only get the Rock from this side. If
Yeah.
it's getting close, we cut to this.
And it almost looked like that's what happened.
There
'cause
were times when the Rock was blatantly and the camera
like
was
pointing at it, exactly.
Yeah, you got the
Holding
picture
his
of
arm
the whole
out?
like it just to me seemed.
So do you think we were worked?
I think it was a setup.
That's what I'm saying.
Where
I
we
feel
work.
like they're setting it up where
To me, I
Rock,
saw
you see
glimpses.
the Rock fall apart.
No
Where
way.
people don't
I
like
think
him?
they have to
Guys.
take. I think they have to take the Rock out. I
I
agree
don't know
with you 100%,
because I mean
Chris.
I was a fan for like 5 minutes and or because of who he is, and then he lost me. I mean, so it's like you're right. Maybe they are because
But that's
you've
not
lost.
who you
a-
do it to. That's not who you do the smart thing to.
But you said
she's
that
supposed
he's-
to love the Rock
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I'm supposed to love him, and I already hate him.
Because
so
it was
maybe
real,
they're
because
making
it was
us.
real.
No, I don't. I don't know.
I think Vince
he
McMahon
should
might
be
really be
smart
taking it
enough
from
to
him.
not do that.
Check this out, fans. We got battles going on.
However, there's
Okay,
two
I want-
things that
oh,
made
no.
me feel like it was real.
Yes.
At the end, when the Rock started becoming the Rock again, which I was getting fired up, but then he got flustered.
Yes.
and the Rock never misspeaks.
Exactly.
Never.
That's not a character.
Maybe
And
There's
it's
no
happened
way.
a couple times since he's been back, though.
Because it's been a long time and he's older.
Ring rust.
Little
Yes.
ring rust,
And
sure.
the when Cena came out, the Rock's face, they had a camera angle of the video screen, and they had the Rock's face,
Yep.
and he came like this. I knew this was coming kind of look, but
Yep.
not like
Not like this.
and then Cena just bailing out of the ring,
Not a wrestling move.
which is not what
Nope.
how you end a promo.
Nope. Nope.
Right.
There's
They
no
would have
ending.
stayed in
They
there.
would have stayed. If the Rock was supposed to get over, the Rock says his thing.
In what world does the script say Rock talks for 2 more minutes? There's no script that says that. I don't
Especially when
believe
you're
it.
already over.
When the curtain's
Game
down,
over.
the curtain's
And
down.
he just keeps saying, "I am the Rock. I am
Which is what he
Dwayne
did
Johnson."
over and over. And he disintegrated. And she knows, and she's barely a wrestling fan. That is not. Now she's a wrestling fan.
Yes, I am.
You were
now.
barely one before. Now you are.
But now I am.
But I'm saying that
Building.
Building.
Baby steps.
She's already
We're
initiated.
building.
She's
You
eating
know
a
what
taco.
we're doing? By the way, we're doing
Taco
much.
one.
We're doing much better than WWE.
Part of
We're
it.
building a character. What I'm saying is, I think that it's important to realize that someone who hasn't know a lot about wrestling should not see that. That should not be a character flaw. You should not be able to see that your main guy is starting to fall apart. So I don't believe it's a character. If it is, it's super smart.
Kind
And
of
I
like
appreciate it.
Taker going human last week.
Yes. And by the way, that fits the character more.
Yeah.
This does not.
Okay,
But why,
so
as
I
Vince McMahon, would you send Cena out there to bury your character? A guy who's just coming in.
Because he loves realism right now.
Oh, he does, but why doesn't that you don't want the
Let's
Rock
be real. The
to
Rock's not
leave.
really carrying the brand name anymore.
And I think there's
And I
a
think
part
that's
of
a
Vince that sees it's
reality.
not working.
Oh,
I think there's a
exactly.
part of Vince that sees it's not working and said, you know what'll work? Let's fire it up a little bit. Have CM Punk talk
what do you
realism
think
from the
Triple
back.
H thinks about this?
What's that?
I
What do you
think Triple H was probably the one that told Cena to go. All right, go save this.
I don't know. It's a
Go
great,
save
it's a
this.
great
Don't
question.
you risk though? Don't you risk the Rock walking out on your main event?
I
saying,
thought you said don't you wrist, and I was like,
see that?
all right, what do you say? Don't you risk what?
Don't you risk the Rock just leaving, saying don't
I
embarrass
don't-
me like that? I'm out of here.
I don't think he can do it.
So much money in that contract.
I don't think he can do it.
I don't think
Vince
that's
McMahon
gonna
owns him
happen.
for
And
the rest of
now,
his
and
life.
now
I
it's
know,
like
I-
also probably in there with his movie deals and stuff like that. So you can't get out of that kind of contract because that kind of contract not only involves WWE and The Rock, it also involves the major companies that are working
I'm
on his
definitely not
films.
looking at this as a contract thing. I'm just looking at it for what it is.
But when you see
saw
your
The
biggest
Rock-
star fall apart, you
No,
gotta
no.
think deeper. Because
yeah.
that was shitty. It made the infallible hero of mine fall apart on screen. And
Well, you
looked
know,
weird.
but you guys got to understand our intelligence level is way beyond those of a common fan that's sitting in the ring with the sign in there. We're breaking down the analysis
says
of
The Rock
everybody's
is hot.
mind.
We don't all
Yeah.
think
They
like
probably
that,
still
fans.
think
We do
The
love
Rock
you.
is
I do
hot.
personally.
And the fans
I said
live
exactly
are
what I
going nuts
think.
for everything.
Yeah.
You know, they followed every word he said. They chanted. The
They still-
fans live.
they-
They still. I don't think this is
They
gonna
fed
hurt
off
them
it. It ain't gonna.
whatsoever.
Nothing's gonna hurt them.
Is there any? I know we're at 55. Is there any chance to take a call to hear what
I
The
really,
Rock-
would
that's what
love
I've been
to.
trying to
Hey,
like interject in
Okay.
here.
Oh,
for-
well.
Phil, is there any way we could take a call? Because I
And can you
really
screen it at all to make sure that we can get like a really cool,
Like a real question.
I
Like a
want to
really-
know what people
Like a
are
hot
thinking
chick?
about
You
The
want a
Rock.
hot chick?
No.
Or a cool question?
I want a cool
That's not a
question.
good question.
Jelly nuts
we
on the
have
phone
two
for you.
hot
That's
chicks
next
here
time.
today.
I know, we
We
don't
just
need
need a, you know.
We
You
just
guys
need a
missed-
Choco Taco
You
and a
guys missed
question.
Jelly Neck. She one of my
Jelly Neck.
I'll
Jelly
tell you
Neck.
later.
Net.
Tell me later.
Jelly
I'll
net.
tell you later.
So can we take
All
a
right.
call?
All right, I'll cue one up. You guys get into predictions, and I'll cue one up there.
All right,
right.
great.
Prediction.
We're taking a prediction right now, live from in the air.
I just love it.
I predict I have your first caller queued up.
Oh, already? Sweet.
Okay.
Hello there, caller. What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Johnny from St. Louis.
Oh, you sound coherent. I love this.
I understood the name.
I do my best.
Oh, thank you. What do you think of the Rock Cena promo tonight?
I loved it because I am not a rock fan, and I just loved seeing him get just completely annihilated in 30 seconds. It was awesome.
Are you? Have you been a wrestling fan for a long time?
Oh, God, yeah. For my whole... I
life.
worked the indies. Yeah.
Ah, all right.
Wait, okay. So as someone who's a smart fan, so these are important things. Do you feel like any of Rock's humanism that he got at the end of the show? Do you feel that was something that was set up, or do you think that was something that just happened organically?
I think it... I'd say if it was set up, that Vince and Triple H and everybody certainly didn't tell The Rock ahead of time, because I definitely think he got flustered. For sure. I don't think he was expecting. I think maybe Vince kind of like on the first camera shot saw the lines on the wrist and said, well, screw it, let's show that all the time, because now it's obvious. But Rock didn't know, I don't think. It didn't look like it to me.
I don't think The Rock knew either.
Yeah.
I just can't
now I
imagine
kinda
Brian
feel
Giants.
bad.
I can't imagine Brian letting that. I just have so many questions about it.
I know.
How do you let
I
him go
just-
out? It's so visible. It's
It's
all
obvious.
written out. It's too
Yeah.
obvious.
Out of the whole promo, that's the thing that threw us the most.
I just can't
Trying to
imagine
figure it
that
out.
happen. Now, I do know that guys have had big note cards before when they've done long promos. Like, I do
Where
know
is
that.
it? Where are they?
It hasn't happened as of late.
No.
But there were guys in the past, and I would name names, but that's embarrassing because everybody has their.
Coco
I'd like
Coco
to
Beware.
keep going.
But-
I'd like to keep going with callers to find
Here-
out what they're thinking.
Okay. Can
Wait,
we-
hold on, really quick. Where did they put the cards? It was on the floor.
No, they would put the cards like it would be a backstage promo. They would hold up the cards, and as they would get through the lines, they would move
On
to
the
the next
non-TV
card.
side.
Oh no, they
On
still
the
do that.
non-TV side.
So good to know.
They still do that.
Yeah.
All right,
I
let's
watched
get
them cut a
another-
promo. They still do it.
Let's do
Yeah.
another caller then.
All right, we got another one.
All right. Thank you for calling. Hello.
Hello, caller. What's your
Didn't
name?
screen that one
This
very
is
good.
John
did you?
Laurinaitis, the Executive Vice President of Relations.
Not that good of it. Well, I mean, I'll take it. Johnny, what do you? Should we play in character? We're ready to play in character. Johnny, do you think that what happened at the end of the show was on purpose or fake?
I don't know.
Wait, this might be Johnny, guys.
It's Aaron from Virginia. I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
That's
we know
all
Aaron.
right,
He called
Aaron.
last week. Aaron, what did you think was? Did you think this was a good thing or a bad thing to end the show?
I kind of feel like The Rock should have come when The Rock was yelling, "If you smell," like Cena should have just ran like heck and just hit The Rock, not the camera showing him, and like The Rock, Cena just hit The Rock and attack, and they should just fight. And like the whole people in the locker room, and that the referees just stop it, because I feel like
I think
yes,
that'll
it
happen
was all
eventually.
about talking. It was the hype, the pay-per-view, or the match. But I feel like if they could have just like had some type of physical activity, it could have intensified the promo even more. That's just my belief.
To side with him a little bit, it is 4 weeks till WrestleMania. That's all. But and you're only going to get Rock probably one more time.
Well, it's official. Rock will be there one more time. Undertaker will be there one more time, and I think HBK will be there.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Well, it's gonna get real good.
It's gonna get ugly.
Now you're gonna start seeing the physicalities come, I think.
But
Thank you, caller, for calling in.
If it wasn't
Appreciate
planned, maybe The Rock will want to come back and redeem
I guess
himself.
that's everything, guys.
That is everything. Well, I have no predictions.
Take us
because,
out, Diva.
Let's give it up for The Rock for taking up our time this week.
I did not say that. Take us out, Women's Champ.
I had some of the most. By the way,
Take us out.
Talking about the Cena Rock thing is one of the most fun times I've had.
It was. It was so much fun. I can't wait to see you guys all next week.
That was the funnest
forward
time
to
I
this
had.
every single week, just so you guys know. I look forward to it all week long. And
Thank y'all for watching.
AfterBuzz TV, baby.
Thank you.
You're not going to say your names?
Oh.
No, I didn't know.
Okay, Autumn Adele.
We'll just go around. Maria, how do the people get to you?
Maria Kanellis at Twitter.
There you go.
At ROH Mike Bennett.
At VocariFashion.com. And don't forget to go to LillianGarcia.com and pick up your shirts.
Mine is at Jensen Clan88. It's with a C, not a K, because I'm not racist.
That's right.
And that is at Mr. to the P. That's the number 2, not the letter T-O. And Beach Life.
And it's at Autumn Adele. Autumn like the season, Adele like the singer.
And you can also see photos
isn't
of
that
us
sweet?
on ROHWrestling.com, correct? Yes.
There you go. See you next week, guys.
Bye, guys.
Love y'all.
Uns.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Sir Richard Wentworth. I had to say his name real quick. Sir Richard.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.